Donald Trump has a new idea because, of course, he does. His latest scheme, the Trump Gold Card, a $5 million visa program for the ultra-wealthy, including Russian oligarchs, because according to Trump, some of them are very nice people. So let's get this straight. While Trump is busy deporting millions of undocumented immigrants, ripping families apart, and treating asylum seekers like invaders, he's rolling out the red carpet for billionaires to buy their way in. And if that sounds familiar, that's because it is. History has already seen regimes that prioritize the rich and powerful while treating everyone else as disposable. Now let's talk about the Statue of Liberty, that thing standing in New York Harbor that Trump probably thinks is too woke because it welcomes immigrants. Before the famous "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses," the poem The New Colossus actually says, "Keep ancient lands, your storied pomp." In other words, keep your aristocrats, your wealthy elite, your billionaire class. We don't want them. America was built as a refuge for the poor, the oppressed, and the people who had nowhere else to go. But Trump, being Trump, wants to rewrite the whole thing into, "Give me your billionaires, your oligarchs, your huddled masses of tax-evading elites." And here's where it gets even more on brand for him. This gold card visa comes as Trump continues pushing mass deportations, anti-immigrant rhetoric, and authoritarian policies straight out of the historical playbook. It's the same tactic used by regimes that saw the wealthy as their allies and everyone else as an obstacle. The Nazis did it, the fascists did it. Now Trump's just slapping his name on it like one of his failed casinos. Imagine if this $5 million visa came with extra perks like a yearly hunting trip with Donald Trump Jr., where you get to hunt for one migrant. Because at this point, nothing about Trump's policies should surprise us. This is what we're up against. A billionaire class rewriting the rules to serve themselves while the rest of us get left behind. If you're not angry yet, you're not paying attention. Call your senator, call your representative. Demand they stand against this blatant corruption. Because if we don't fight back now, there might not be anything left to fight for. Want more? Tap the link for the full video, subscribe to my channel. The fight for justice and equality is far from over, and your voice matters now more than ever. Together, we can challenge the status quo and create a future that reflects the values of compassion and fairness. Every action counts, and each conversation can spark the change we desperately need. Let's rise up and demand a system that works for everyone, not just the billionaires. It's time to reclaim our narrative and ensure that the voices of the marginalized are heard. We must hold our leaders accountable and push for policies that uplift the many, not just the few. The journey ahead may be challenging, but together, we can forge a path toward a more equitable society. Donald